Now let us take the same car example. We will apply all these 4 steps. Then we will try to predict what will be the outcome for a new given sample. So now I'm going to consider the example that is nothing but car theft example. Now you know the problem statement. Given the features of the car, the features are nothing but color, type, and origin. You have to classify whether a new instance given to you. For example, if I assume that the new instance is red domestic SUV car. Red is nothing but the color, domestic is nothing but the origin, and then SUV is type of the car. You have to classify whether a red domestic SUV is getting stolen or not. So now the attributes are color, type, and origin, and target class is stolen. It can be either yes or no. So now we are dealing with only binary classification problem. Later we will see about multi-class classification problem also. Now let us apply the steps one by one. So what is our first step? If you consider our first step here, we are going to create a frequency table for each attribute against the target. First, let me consider the first attribute. The first attribute is color. Now I am going to find what are all the unique values I have in the color column. If you see this, we have color is equal to red and then color is equal to yellow. Now write them in the table form of a table. In color, we have red and yellow. Next, you have to find the frequency of color. When color is red, in how many examples you have stolen is equal to yes. Then in how many examples you have stolen is equal to no. Now let us consider this. In the first one, you have red yes. Okay. In the second one, you have red no. In the third one, you have red yes. In the 9th one, you have red no. Then 10th one is red yes. So totally in red, I have 5 samples. Okay. Out of the 5 samples, I have S in 3 samples as given by sample number 1, sample number 3, and then sample number 10. So now I will write when the color is red, S is appearing in 3 instances. So what about the remaining 2 instances? Here in instance number 2, it is no. Similarly, in instance number 9 also, it is no. So when the color is red, the car is not stolen for 2 instances. Now, similarly, for the next color, you calculate. Now the next color is yellow. Again, in yellow, we have totally 5 instances. In that, in instance number 5 and 7, I have S. So I am writing yellow. When the color is yellow, stolen is S for 2 instances. Next to see, when color is yellow, in instance number 4, 6, and then 8, I have no. So I am writing when color is yellow, stolen is equal to no in 3 instances. So this is nothing but we have derived the frequency table only for the color column. We have 2 more columns pending. So you have to do the same steps for type and then origin. Now let us finish that also. So now I am going to consider the type. In type, find out how many unique values you have. I have 2 values now. One is sports, another is SUV. It's sports car and then SUV car. So for both, I am going to find out what is the frequency. So let us consider sports. Sports is appearing totally in 6 different instances. Out of 6 instances, in the first instance, it is yes. In the third, it is yes. And then in the 5th, it is yes. Then in the 10th also, it is yes. So out of 6 instances, in 4 instances, the target class is S. So now you write for sports, stolen is equal to S for 4 instances. Now, what about the remaining 2 instances? It is no. So you can write for sports, stolen is equal to no for 2 instances. Now let us go for SUV. In SUV, here you have totally 4 instances. Out of 4, only in instance number 7, you have S. In remaining 3 instances, you have no. So you can write when type is equal to SUV, stolen is equal to 1. Stolen is S for 1 instance and stolen is no for 3 instances. Now the frequency table for the second attribute type is over. Now let us go and continue the frequency table for the third attribute, which is nothing but origin. So in the origin attribute, again, I have 2 different values. One is called as domestic, another is called as imported. Now count how many times domestic is appearing here. Totally domestic is appearing 5 times. And in that, in instance number 1, I have S. Instance number 3 also S. Then only 2 instances I have S. So I will write now when origin is equal to domestic, stolen is equal to yes for 2 instances. So in the remaining 3 instances, it is no. So under no, you can write 3. Now calculate for imported. Imported is appearing totally 5 times. In that, for instance number 5, it is yes. Instance number 7, it is yes. And then instance number 10, it is yes. So when origin is imported, stolen is equal to yes for 3 instances. So for the remaining 2 instances, it is no now. So now what we have done, we have completed the step number 1, where we calculated the frequency table for each attribute against the target. Now, why I'm not selecting this stolen and drawing like this is, stolen is the target class. Only for the attributes, you have to do this step. Now, let us go and continue with the second step. So now what is step number 2? Find the likelihood tables from the frequency tables. So the frequency tables are going to give you the exact count. They are not going to give any relation with respect to what is the portion of the exact count with respect to the total count. But now we are going to find the likelihood tables, where what we are going to do here is, you can see this, the same table from the previous, this is the original table, that is frequency table. I have drawn that. Now, instead of 3, I have written 3 by 5. And instead of 2, I have written 2 by 5. So what is the meaning? So here, when you consider the column S, so let us consider this stolen, let us consider the color. In the color, if you consider the S column, totally I have 5 count. 3 is for red and 2 is for yellow. So what is the count of the S column? It is 5. Okay, therefore, to calculate the likelihood probability, you have to divide every value in this table by 5. Similarly, you consider no. In the no column also, you have 5. So you have to divide by 5 for every instance value in the next table. So that is the thing I am going to do. Okay, so now instead of 3, I am going to write 3 by 5. Instead of 2, I am going to write 2 by 5. Similarly, for no also, here 2 by 5, here 3 by 5. So step number 3 is the main part of our algorithm. Here only we are going to apply the naive-Bayes rules. So we are going to apply now naive-Bayes rules to calculate the posterior probability for each class. Now, I have written the maximum likelihood probability we have calculated in the previous step for all the 3 attributes, color, type, and origin. Now, what is this one? This is nothing but our target class. How I got this? Now, let us go to the target class table. You consider this. This is our target class stolen. Totally, we have 10 instances. Out of the 10 instances, you find out first what are the unique values you have in your target class. We have 2 values now. One is yes, another is no. Then count in how many instances it is yes, in how many instances it is no. So if I count, totally in 5 instances I have yes, and in the remaining 5 instances I have no. So now I am going to find out this table with the help of that only. So S is appearing 5 times and no is appearing 5 times in my target class. So again, you find out what is the probability of this. Totally, we have 10 samples. Out of the 10 samples, S is appearing 5 times. So the probability of getting S is 5 by 10, that is nothing but 1 by 2. Similarly, no is appearing 5 times. So the probability is now 5 by 10, that is 1 by 2. So this we are calculating by seeing the target class. Now you have to see what is the new sample given to you as a test sample. For this test sample only, we are going to predict the outcome. Okay. So now the test sample is given like this. Classify whether a red domestic SUV is getting stolen or not. So they have clearly given what are all the attributes values for the test sample. Red is nothing but color is red. And next is domestic. That means origin is domestic. And next is SUV, that is type of the car is given as SUV. You have to now find out how many equations you are going to write like this. It depends upon your target class. In my target class, I have 2 different labels. One is S and another is no. So for each of the variable in the target class, I need to write it. So now I am going to write probability of, what is the probability of getting S for the given instance. The instance is given. This is a given instance, red domestic SUV. So that I am going to write as X. X is nothing but 1 instance. So now what is the probability of getting S for this particular instance X? Now, what is this instance? It is having 3 different features now. So you have to apply the formula we have seen before. Let us see the formula again. In this, whatever is my target class Y, I have to predict this for all the target classes. Then I have to find out the maximum value. Okay, so this formula only I am going to apply. I have to take P of Y, that is nothing but probability of that particular class, what you are predicting, that is Y, which can be either yes or no, and then multiply with all the probability for every attribute P of Xi given Y. This only we are going to do now. So now I want to predict whether the outcome is S for the given instance X. So now find how many attributes you have. You have 3 attributes now, red, domestic, and then SUV. 3 attributes are there. So first I am going to multiply all the individual probabilities. So probability of red given S multiplied by probability of SUV given S multiplied by probability of domestic given S. From where I am writing this? From the given instance X. Then this should be multiplied by probability of S. Then substitute all the values from this particular table. So first is probability of red given S. So go to this particular color. Here, when the color is red, what is the probability that the car is getting stolen? It is 3/5. So substitute the value here. Then go and find what is probability of SUV given S. So it is in the type class. So in this, when the type is SUV, what is the probability that it is getting stolen? This 1/5. So substitute the value. Then probability of domestic given S. So go and check in origin. When the origin is domestic, what is the probability that the car is stolen? It is 2/5. So I am substituting 2/5. Then what is this probability of S? This is obtained only from your class table. Okay, in the class table, we have the class probability. That is, for every class in our outcome, we have calculated the probability. Here we are now dealing with probability of the class S. So see what is the probability of S? It is 1/2. So substitute 1/2. Now we have considered the entire set of attributes along with our class probability. Now this is nothing but probability of getting the outcome as S for this particular instance X. That is nothing but 0.024. Now I have done this only for one of the target classes S. Now I have to do this for all the remaining target classes. Currently I have only 2 target classes. So now again go and compute what is the probability of getting no for the given instance. Probability of red given no multiplied by probability of SUV given no multiplied by probability of domestic given no multiplied by probability of no. So probability of red given no is nothing but in the first table, when color is red, no is having the probability as 2/5. And probability of SUV given no is nothing but in the second table, when type is SUV, stolen with no is 3/5. So the second term is 3/5. In next is probability of domestic given no. In the third table, when the origin is domestic, stolen is no with probability 3/5. So I am substituting 3/5. Then what is the probability of no? If you see our class probability for no, we have 1/2. So substitute that. I'm getting now the probability of no for the given sample is 0.072. Now we have predicted all the probabilities. So in step number 4, I'm going to select the class with the highest posterior probability as the outcome. Now I have calculated the probability, that is nothing but for the given set of example X. I have calculated what is the probability that that particular example will be predicted as S. Then I have again calculated what is the probability that that particular example will be predicted as no. I have calculated this for 2 different outcomes because I have binary classification problem. And you got 2 different values. Out of these 2 values, you find out which is the value with highest probability. Okay. So here 0.072 is greater than 0.024. Therefore, if you see here, the highest probability is 0.072 corresponds to no. So you can say that the given example is classified as no, and the outcome is the car is not stolen. Okay, so this is the outcome we are predicting from the particular example. What is the confidence that you say the car is not stolen? So in that case, here we cannot give any relation between these 2 numbers. Confidence means we have to say 50% confident. I'm 75% confidence, or I'm 100% confidence. So we have to find out that. For that, we need to normalize the calculated values so that the values will sum to 1. You always know that if you have any probability, the probability of an event occurring and probability of the event not occurring, when you add both, you will be getting 1 only. The total sum of all the probabilities related to a particular event will be 1. But now if you add these 2 values, you will not get 1. You are getting some other value. So you have to normalize it. So first, The first one is related to no. So the probability of no given X is equal to 0.072 divided by 0.072 plus 0.024. What is normalizing? Just I'm adding these two values, and whatever is my value, I'm dividing that by the total sum. So it is nothing but 0.75. Similarly, the second one is corresponding to predicting the probability as S, outcome as S. So you write probability of S given X is equal to 0.024 divided by sum of these two values. So I'm getting now 0.25. Now what I can say from here, given the particular sample X, which is characterized by a set of attributes, I can say with a 75% chance that the car will not be stolen. And still, it is not 100% accuracy. Maybe 25% chance that the car is stolen also. But here we are considering only the maximum probability, maximum likelihood. Okay, so which is having maximum value, this 75. So because of that only, we are saying that the car is not stolen. Now let us summarize our points. So the naive-Bayes classifier assigns the target value stolen is equal to nose to this particular new instance. And it predicts that there is 75% chance that the given car will not be stolen for the given attribute values.